So let me show you a simple step-by-step process to how to create your videos for online marketing. So step one is choosing your content. And a really simple script is to choose your topic, right? So you say in this video I'm going to show you, insert your topic here, and then you're going to choose 3 teaching points. So 1, 2, 3, and these are going to be teaching points. And there is, if you want a copy of this worksheet basically to kind of map out your content, there is a link below in the description so you can get a copy of this worksheet, help with a little more details in it to help you map out your content for your video. So you're going to choose your topic, you're going to choose the 3 teaching points that you're going to teach under the topic, and then you're going to end it with a call to action, right? So for instance, in real time, if I was a personal trainer, let's say, and I was doing a video, because ultimately long term, right, my ultimate plan is I want people to sign up for my 3-month personal training boot camp, right? But again, you always want to be building the relationship with people, right? All online marketing is taking a relationship you would have with a person like in actual real life offline. Okay, when you meet someone, you get to know them, they become to know you, they like you, they have a trust, they have a confidence in you over time, right? All you're doing is taking that natural relationship building process and you're taking it online, and instead of being in person with you, you're allowing them to experience you through video. So I want you to understand the why behind your video marketing. It's not just a video, but when you choose a topic and you teach on that topic, that's relationship building, because now they're seeing, they're not just seeing you post a nice quote. Anybody can post a quote, but they're seeing, oh, this person does know what they're talking about. Maybe this person can help me, or maybe you have helped them based on the video, and they'll either like it, share it, or refer your video to someone else they know who needs it. So you'll give a topic. Hi everyone, my name is Karen, and I really wanted to tell you, the 3 biggest things you can do to really lose weight in this last quarter of the year, or in this first quarter of the year, or in this summer, right? Whenever you're marketing this, doing your videos. And then you say, the first thing I'm going to talk about is how to really overhaul your diet, okay? Teaching point 1. The second thing I'm going to talk about is how to really overhaul your exercise. You have to get your body moving. Teaching point number 2. And then the last thing you're going to talk about is how to create the habits to do this so you can really see the weight loss that you want in 3 months. Teaching point 3. Your call to action. So thanks so much for watching this. If you found value, please let us know in the comments. And if you want more support, we'd love to have you in our free Facebook community, Weight Loss Champs, right? That's your video. So the first thing you're going to do is create your content, which is map out your topic and your teaching points. And you're also going to want to decide what your call to action is. Now, after you choose your content, now it's time to record your video. Now, how do you do this? This step depends on you, okay? So, you want to gather any supplementary materials you need. What are supplementary materials? So basically, Are you going to teach on a whiteboard? Are you going to use PowerPoint slides? Are you going to use a chalkboard? Like, are you going to use anything outside of yourself? Are you going to use pictures? Are you going to screen share? Do you want to just be in front of a camera like I am now? Or do you want to be in front of your computer and use a webcam? Okay, if you want to use a PowerPoint or screen share, you're going to want to get that ready on your computer. If you want to make it simple or a bit more personal, right? So more of you, then you can use a dry erase board, or you can just talk. It really is up to you. Some people, I've seen people use flashcards, right? It just depends on what you want. I always recommend, though, keep it simple. Choose what you like and what you know, and go from there. Okay, at least to get started. You can always add on more, but don't say, oh, I'm going to do PowerPoint slides and I'm going to up my PowerPoint to the computer, and then I'm going to have my clicker and I'm going to be clicking away like Brendan. That's great. Give yourself a week. If you haven't done it in a week, listen, it was a nice plan. You can come back to that plan, right? But understand that a lot of times the elements you see people use, they have a team. They're not doing all of the work. So if it's just you, I highly recommend keeping it simple. You and your camera can go very far. You and your phone can go very far, especially getting started. So step A in recording your video is to gather any materials that you need. This includes making the PowerPoints. This includes, outlining what your topics and whatnot. And then step B is now to actually record your video. So again, you're going to get your camera and your tripod, your phone and your tripod, your webcam, and Zoom. Zoom is a free software, zoom.us, I think is their website. They're a free software that allows you to do recording on your computer, so highly recommend that if you want to record from your computer. And if you are going to use your camera or phone, you're just going to press the record button and teach. So step 3 is upload your footage. So if you have used Zoom, the great thing is that you don't have to do very much, right? It is going to save either to your cloud, so it'll let you know. It'll basically send an email like an hour or two later saying your meeting is ready. Your meeting is just what Zoom calls your file, your recording. If you use Zoom and you recorded it to your computer, which means you didn't send the file to their cloud, you just kept it on your local device, then it will be in your documents and Zoom folder, and so you'll just go to that file and it's there. And if you use your phone, obviously the video is going to be on your phone, so you can email it to yourself to get it to your computer to edit. Or if you used a camera, then you're going to connect your camera to your computer and upload the footage. Okay, so this process varies based on if you use Zoom, your camera, or if you used your phone. If you have questions on the technical piece, right, because I can show you how that looks, but it really just depends on what you're using, so it'll change per person. But if you have questions on how to upload your video, I invite you to join us in Course Newbies, which is a free Facebook group for support, and post your questions, and you can find support and help there, okay? So once you've uploaded your footage, now is the last step. You're going to edit your video. Now, the great part is I am going to hop over to my computer and show you the really simple edits that I do to almost every video that allow me to produce them very, very quickly. Are you ready? Here we go. We are in the program that is actually my favorite to use, and I say this sometimes in my videos, and even when I speak. I don't know how old I look, but I have used a lot of different softwares in my mini career. I've been IT department. I've been in news, in television. I've worked in television. I've worked as a marketing department for several huge companies. I've been a writer. I've been an accountant. I've done so much. And when I worked in television, I have been fortunate enough to use almost every software out there. Okay, I've used Avid. I've used Adobe Premiere Pro. I've used Final Cut Pro. I've used Filmora. I've used Windows Media Player. That's taking it way back. So they used to do Windows Media Player used to have like a software for you to edit videos. I don't even know if that still exists. And I tell you all that to say I've used almost every video software out there. And for simple video editing, I recommend iMovie. If you have a Mac device, it's free. If you don't have a Mac device, I can put a link to one of my favorites in the description. I use Mac everything. Like I have an iPhone. This is my newest one. I have my old phones, or iPhones. I have an iPad mini. I have an iPad Pro. I have an iMac, which I'm on now, and then I have a MacBook, which is the one that's to go because it's like 1.5 pounds. It's so small and great. And before that, I had a MacBook Pro, which was so heavy, but really, really great. It worked well. It's just really, really heavy. After my surgery, I was like, oh no, I need something lighter. So as you can see, I'm very content with the Mac family, the Apple family. And when it comes to video editing, it just makes it so easy. So what software do I recommend? iMovie, which is what I'm going to show you. The great thing is that most video softwares work the same. So if you use another software, this will still, or you have another software on your system, this will still give you an idea of how to make quick edits and get your video out there. Because that's what boggles people down. I think sometimes it's just getting the video out there, okay? So this is how I start. So you come into iMovie, and there is a downward facing arrow in the menu. So when you hover over it, it'll say import video from camera or folder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click that button, and this screen is going to pop up, and I am going to navigate to a video that is unedited. So this clip number 225.mov, that is unedited. Wait, that is also empty. Okay, let me go to this. I just need any video really to edit. Okay, so let me go to the Zoom video. And I'm leaning in because I do not have on glasses. My glasses were giving a glare, so I just took them off. I'm giving myself a break from contacts right now. Okay, so that's the Zoom video there. Has this been edited? I'm going to use this file here, and I'm just going to drag it down. So once you upload your video into iMovie, it'll show right here in this area. This is where your content is. And then you're just going to drag it down to the video timeline. This area here is called the timeline. And you can alter what you can see right here where it says settings. This is where you can just choose how in detailed or zoomed in you want to get, or if you just want it to be very, very small. And so what I do is I just put it on the second setting. And I start with my trimming, okay? So trimming is just, it's kind of like cropping for images. I'm going to start at the beginning and the end to cut out the part where I'm adjusting my hair or fixing my clothes. And then at the end, you're going to cut out the piece of the video where you're like touching the camera. So usually, in a hack that I have found when it comes to trimming is that instead of trying to just like watch a whole bunch, you can look at the sound bar. So do you see how it kind of shows you it's like all blue, and then you see the sound waves start to vary more here? That's because I'm quiet all of this time. And so I'm going to go to where it looks like I stopped being quiet, and I'm going to click there. And I'm going to press the space bar because that is a shortcut for play. And let me turn my sound up so I can hear. So I'm going to go back to where, again, the sound waves start.
So now.
Okay. And now I see when I talk. So I'm going to go here right before where I start talking and play it again, just so I can get the exact point I need to trim it.
So now.
Okay, so I know I'm close. Now I'm going to use the left arrow button to literally navigate to when I start talking, and I'm going to watch my mouth for the so now, right? So here we go. So do you see how right now it looks like I'm about to say so? And I'm going to press a M. So when I press M, it put a marker right here. That little blue marker appeared. I put a marker there to make sure this is when I start talking so I can crop it correctly.
So now, left.
Yes, it was. So I'm going to go to the marker, and I'm going to press and this depends on what you use, but basically it's the Command B. I'm going to hold down the Command B. I'm going to hold down the Command button, and while I'm holding down the Command button, I'm going to press B. That splits, or that cuts the two pieces of video, okay? So you hold down the Command button, hold it down, and then press B. So Command B. And then that splits the file for you. Now, if that is too difficult, you can just, choose the area. So you click that, wherever that little, you put that marker, you place the M, you can come to Edit. And well, it says undo split because I just did a split. But if I undid the split, so I undo it just so you can see it, I can click where the marker is, and then I can come to Edit, and I can click redo split, and you'll just click split, right? So you can either come to Edit and choose split, or you can do Command B, and it'll split automatically. The more you edit, you're going to want to know these commands. I know they may seem like, okay, space to play, Command B, but it really makes the editing process easier. So you're going to select this clip that we no longer need, where I'm just primping, and hit delete, and it's gone.
So now.
And now we have a nice start to our video. And now I'm going to come to the end of it. And do you remember how I said the hack is to look for where the sound waves stop varying? So it looks like it stops right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do Command B. Select this, delete it. And now I'm going to go back just a little bit to make sure I don't need to cut off anymore.
Thank you so much for watching.
Looks good. And that is a really quick way to trim your beginning and the end of your video. Now, the only other things that I do is I usually choose when I'm not going to go through this video, but one thing I'll do is I'll listen in the beginning for when I introduce myself. I'm not sure if I did it in this video, but let's just say I listened in the beginning and it was here.
Because I wasn't too familiar either, but I needed their expertise.
Angel. Okay, so let's just say you just heard me say, hi, my name is Angel Santos. So I would press M here, and then I would come to the title menu where it says titles, and I'm going to click titles. And I like to use the, let's see, it's just a second. I like to use the second option, which is the standard lower third, because to me it's just nice, clean, professional, and pretty. And it's going to add it right here where you had the marker. And when you double click it, you'll see it highlights itself on the video screen. So now you can double click the text on the top, and I put my name, Angel Santos. And then on the second screen, I just put my title, business coach. Bam, and you click out of it. You can click anywhere. And so to see how that looks, you can just come click a little before it and space to see it play.
Expertise. So I got online and I went through a bunch of websites and I managed
See? You see how you can do this, right? Okay. So the other thing that I do, I don't do a lot to my videos. Again, I've been in that life where we're in Premiere Pro and we're keying out the green screen. Nothing wrong with a green screen. Don't get me wrong. I like a good green screen, but we're keying out the green screen, which just means that we shoot on a green, like literally like a green wall or green cloth, and then we have to change the background, and then like, and just all there are so many things you can do when it comes to video, right? You've seen Avatar, but I like to keep it simple so I'm not getting weighed down in it. Okay, I am not trying to create a movie, not right now. I just want to give my people good content that will help them take action quickly, and I want to take action quickly. Okay, so that's what I'm showing you. And I do apologize. I turned my sound on, and so now all of my notifications are coming through. Let me see. Let me close this really quickly. That's just team members reaching out. Okay. So the only other thing I do is when I give teaching points, I like to use a title. So we're still in the title part of the menu. I like to use a title to introduce my teaching points. And how you would do that is you can navigate to, so you listen to your video and you navigate to your teaching point. So let's just say I listen here.
gorgeous. You know,
and this is teaching point 1. So I add a marker, and it'll add that blue piece. And let me just, I thought I closed my things, but that's okay. So you add the M, so your marker is here. And now I like to use, me personally, the gradient white title for my teaching points, but you can see you have, different options here in the software. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to drag it where that blue marker is. And once again, I'm going to double click it. And when I click it here, it'll allow me to change what the text says. And so I like to call my teaching point steps, right? So, step 1, you do this, step 2. So it's very, very clear. So in the example earlier, I talked about weight loss. So I'll just put changing your diet, changing your diet. And I would put here in the second line, step 1. Or actually, honestly, I do it actually more like this. think that looks a bit better. Okay, so changing your diet, step one. And again, to see how that looks, you're just going to drag this a little bit before it starts and press the space button. I turned off my audio, don't be concerned. And that is how it will look. So that is how I quickly edit my video. I trim in the beginning, and then I trim at the end, and then I add my titles, which is just my name and my teaching points. And that's it. And once it's finished, I go to File, and I go to Share, and then I go to File again, which you're just telling it you want to save this as a file now, because right now it's just it's just like a project inside of iMovie, and you name it your topic. You choose your quality, which you usually want to choose the highest quality you can, and then you click Next. It's going to ask you, this is what you want to name it and where. Yes, I want to name it whatever your topic is, and then you can save it to your desktop or whatever folder feels good for you. I click Save, and then if you look to your top right-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see that now there's a circle in the navigation bar. When your file is complete, that circle will turn white all the way. So it's going to fill up as it processes your file. And now I'm going to minimize this. And you see where it says your topic here on the lower right-hand side of my screen, your topic.mp4. So when that file finishes completely, it will turn into an image just like this video where it says, is PayPal safe to use? Does that make sense? Okay, well, that is my process for how I edit my videos. And this video has been all about how I record my videos. So it is my prayer and hope that this will be a help to you. And like I said, if you have questions, you are welcome to put them in the comments of this video. Thank you so much for watching. And we would love to have you in our free Facebook community, Course Newbies, if you want more support on creating and selling your online courses and programs. Thank you so much for watching.